How is everyone doing today? Welcome back. I'm here with Gavin Broad, and then we have a guest today too with OJKnowsSports. You guys can find him on TikTok as well. He is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, also a fellow friend of mine, and I believe Broad's too. Gavin has no idea who he is, though, unfortunately. But Gavin and him aren't friends at all. But
nice to meet you, Gavin.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
That was awkward.
I'm sorry.
Should I flip my phone sideways?
Hold on. I mean, if you want, go for it, man. I mean, it looks fine. Looks fine. Like, oh yeah, that works too. So last week, the NFL show we covered last week, kind of the introduction of everything and how everything was going to play out last week. And I will say, the NFL we were gifted last week, man. I mean, everyone put on a show. First week back, Eagles Cowboys. That was a great game. The Thunder game, the Thunder that was happening throughout that game was crazy. I know Broad, big Eagles fan. I mean, you guys didn't finish that game until midnight, right?
12:15.
12:15. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. I was at work. All I wanted to do was go home because the bar I work at, we close at 12. But it's just that almost hour and a half delay where we didn't start until 11:30. I'm like,
yeah,
go home.
Dude, when I, as a Commanders fan, when that game was in Thunder, I'm like, oh my God, they're going to make both teams not have to play the rest of the night. I was just so happy. And then the game came back on. Dude, screw this.
I mean, honest, that essentially is what happened.
I mean, CeeDee Lamb, what a drop.
Yeah. CeeDee Lamb had a
plural drops.
Yeah. He has the highest drop rate in the NFL since 2020. He's the number one receiver leading in drops since 2020, which is crazy just to even think about. But now the game that we all want to discuss, the Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills, was the game of the year. I don't care. It is week 1, but that game is getting
Hold on. Are you saying that you don't think it get better than that? Or are you saying
no? We know that was cinema. That was cinema, bro. That was
there's no shot that there's, especially with those specific predicaments, that specific situation, there's no shot.
Yeah, no. I mean, let's set the narrative. These teams both played each other in the playoffs. Winner went to the AFC Championship game. It came down to the wire. A Mark Andrews drop was the reason why that game ended. This year now, Lamar and Allen, week 1, Josh Allen went in and made a historic comeback within 7 minutes left in regulation and won the game. Now, I know Broad talked about this last week. I want to get the stance on for OJ. Unfortunately, Broad said this. Unfortunately, one of these guys are going to lose, and the narrative is going to be bad on one of these guys, and that narrative is on Lamar Jackson this week. Does this affect Lamar in any way, shape, or form, or is this more on coaching? I mean, how did the Ravens lose this game with such a big lead?
I'll be honest with you, man. So from what I've heard, and I've been consuming a lot of sports media, man, and I think a lot of people are putting the lion's share of the blame on Harbaugh, the coach, right? And they're saying that he's the NFL version of Doc Rivers. You know, he always blows leads and everything. But to me, that's not really fair, right? Because remember the Mark Andrews drop. And remember the Zay Flowers fumble against the Chiefs 2 years ago in the AFC Championship game. And then now you have the infamous Mark Henry fumble, even though he had an absolutely fantastic game. So a lot of this, if it goes on Lamar Jackson, it won't be fair. People that know me know that I've been highly critical of Lamar Jackson. I think he choked in the AFC Championship game 2 years ago against the Chiefs. At home, number 1 defense, historic defense. You got to win. And so I've been highly critical, but he can't take the blame. And Josh Allen, bro, oh my gosh, bro. Oh my goodness, man. And I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I'm not one of these people that's quick to say, oh, those guys are better than Mahomes. But this year, you're going to see Allen and Lamar really start to close that gap with Mahomes. And it's not even because necessarily they're better. I just think their team is going to elevate. And the Chiefs, finally, they're going to kind of take a drop off. But to answer your question, man, that's not on Lamar at all. I suppose you could blame some of it on coaching, but man, I mean, you're up 15 with 4 minutes left. You gotta go home with a dub, bro. That's inexcusable.
Yeah, no, and Broad also made just such a valid point. It's like, one of these guys are gonna have to lose, and then sadly, and we've been seeing it all over Sports Center and anywhere, Twitter, whatever. It's just Lamar. It's like the hate is so unwarranted, and it's not even his fault. And that's what's really, really just hard to just to look at as people who are supporters of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Now, Now transferring over now, but that game was game of the year. I think that sets the MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh Allen, I believe, has to be the MVP as of now.
I want to bring this up before we move on, because it's just like what I was talking about with the narratives. It's completely unfortunate because like some people want to blame Derrick Henry for that fumble. I don't blame him for that fumble whatsoever, because then the defense got the job done and made sure that they failed the 2-point conversion. But that defense sold him. I mean, Josh Allen, no timeouts, like a minute 26 left, and you're gonna let Joshua Palmer and Keon Coleman gash you wide open. It was like a 35-yard pass and a 25-yard pass, just wide open in coverage. Like, what happened to this elite second? Because we love to talk about Kyle Hamilton being one of the best, being probably the best safety in the league, and then all the other young pieces in their secondary, bringing over Jair Alexander from the Packers, where it's just like, what happened in that? But it was like, that was a true like pitcher's duel when it came to Lamar versus Josh Allen. Josh Allen, 250 yards in the fourth quarter alone.
That's great.
That's insane. That's a decent regular game, full game.
I'm going to bring up these two stats because this is actually nuts. So they mentioned it on the broadcast for Sunday Night Football. That was the Bills' first win when they were trailing by 15-plus points in the fourth quarter since 1967. And then I saw a stat yesterday during the Monday Night Football game. Those specific parameters of how the Bills won that game, that is only the fourth time in the last 2,300 NFL games that has actually happened.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's wild. That is wild. I mean, yeah, but good credit to Buffalo. They're beating that narrative that, Buffalo can't close out games and blah, 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 blah. But Buffalo went in and did what they had to do. And I don't think that they got it. I don't think they won off of any luckiness either. I think they locked in when they had to, and they did what they had to do to win. And I wouldn't even call that game luck. I'd say that the Ravens took the foot off the gas and Buffalo just took over. And that was the narrative of that game. But now moving on, this is a game I wanted to personally bring up myself, was the Steelers and the Jets game. That game was really good. Justin Fields versus Aaron Rodgers. I mean, some would not have that in their bingo card as the game, one of the games of the week too. I mean, Aaron Rodgers went in and had 4 passing touchdowns. Justin Fields was moving that ball aggressively with Breece Hall and Braylon Allen and Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson and Jalen Ramsey fighting damn near the entire game. I would say that this game was really good. I mean, Gavin, do you have any thoughts on that game at all?
Justin Fields, I mean, he thrived. Running the ball, throwing the ball. Him and Garrett Wilson connected, I think 2 times. I mean, Breece Hall and Braylon Allen, they were running the ball really effectively. Aaron Rodgers surprised probably a lot of people. 4 passing touchdowns, looked really good against a good Jets defense. And the Jets fumbled in the fourth quarter that gave the Steelers the lead, and then they just went back and forth, and then the pass breakup by Ramsey at the end. But I mean, it was a really good game though.
Yeah, I feel like
as well casually hitting a 60-yarder.
Oh yeah, that was unreal.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I will say, I mean, Arthur Smith, had an Arthur Smith game. I mean, you were seeing guys like Calvin Austin scoring, Ben Skoranek scoring, Jonnu Smith scoring on a sweep. I mean, that is a Arthur Smith football game. And of course, DK Metcalf was getting everything else done except for a touchdown. I know that DK Metcalf fantasy owners were probably pissed as could be, but man, that game was a really good game. And I mean, listen, if that's what those two teams are going to look like, I mean, that's upset central for any of those teams that are going on the road in these Monday night football games, Thursday night football games that could upset those teams realistically. So I'm pretty excited to see how their seasons unfold. But now, next thing I want to bring up is the number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward. And that I would like to say, I wanted to bring this up for just the reason being, Cam Ward got sold so bad in that game against the Broncos. I mean, they were playing so well. The Titans were going neck and neck against the Broncos, and that's probably the best secondary in the NFL. And they were going neck and neck versus the number 1, probably the best DB in the NFL right now, in Pat Surtain.
Yeah, I say that.
Yeah, OJ, I mean, what are your thoughts on Cam Ward's performance? I don't know if you watched any of it, but what are your thoughts on it? And what did you
I saw a good amount of the game, and it's crazy. I didn't see towards the end, but I was going through a lot of games at the same time, but I saw a good chunk of the first half. So here are my thoughts as far as Cam Ward, bro. If you watch Cam Ward in college, one thing that sets him apart is his poise, man, and sort of command of the game. And by the way, when I watch rookie quarterbacks, that's the most important thing I look for, poise, right? Because poise says that you understand what the defense is doing. You understand what the looks and the coverages. And to your point, Nico, he's facing the best secondary in the game, right? Or the best corner in the game in Pat Surtain. Shout out to Alabama. And the dude looked poised, composed, and everything else. So if you're a Titans fan, you have a lot to be excited about and everything else. And it's funny, man. It just really sucks, man. Because and I started Bo Nix for my fantasy, man. While freaking Justin Fields was in my bench rotting away. I was just so annoyed, man. And that's only because I generally don't start quarterbacks in fantasy if it's their first game at a new team. Like that. You just don't do that. But that's neither here or there. So I was very pleased to see what I saw with Justin Fields. Justin Fields, I'm bugging Cam Ward. And so if you're a Titans fan, again, they haven't had luck with a quarterback. And I mean, think about it: Tannehill, and then Will Levis, and whoever, 7 quarterbacks in between that. And I think potentially may have finally found their franchise quarterback, although it's a little early to say. But good for them and good for the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of looking at it as well. I mean, obviously, if you're a casual box score watcher, I mean, you would look at that game and be like, wow, Cam Ward played like shit. But it's like you go back and look at that game and it's like Cam Ward really got sold. And it's like, it's unfortunate. Yeah, and it's unfortunate for him. He had 112 passing yards. But I mean, dude, the Titans got something to look for, which is nice.
Yeah.
Now, what we're moving on to now is the Bears and Vikings game. Now, I wasn't going to originally put this in because I'm like, okay, the Bears are going to run away with it. But my God, dude, Chicago just did it again, man. They just find ways to lose games in the most gut-wrenching, heart-aching way possible. I mean, I have never seen a football team like the Bears go into games and have leads and have momentum and have everything that's going for them, and they lose. I don't understand. And they were still playing without Jalen Johnson and Kyle Gordon. My opinion on this is like, you have Ben Johnson, you have Caleb, you have Roma Dunze, you have DJ Moore, you have they literally, I don't think that there's a hole on that team outside of pass rush that on the edge that you could say is such a glaring hole. But dude, that team still, JJ McCarthy coming off ACL injury, still going in and winning on the road for his first NFL win against you after being down 11 points with 1:16 in the third quarter. I mean, dude, first off, hats off to JJ McCarthy. I mean, because that brother in the first half was playing like garbage, and in the second half he turned up.
First 3 quarters he played bad.
Yeah. Gavin, I mean, what are
elevating from trash to like mid?
I mean, the Bears couldn't capitalize on the Vikings not being able to move the football. I mean, outside of the first drive, I mean, they looked great the first drive, moved all the way down the fields, and Caleb ran it in. But I mean, when the Vikings aren't moving the ball and they're constantly punting, you got to take advantage of that. I mean, the defense took advantage of it. Got the pick 6, but outside of that late touchdown, they really didn't do anything on offense. And then you can't just keep giving the Vikings mistakes. They're eventually going to score, and they found a groove in the fourth.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is too, I mean, first hats off to Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. Those 2 guys were just killing it for them. I mean, they were killing it for them. I mean, they were running the ball and Jordan Mason, more of anything, gets his flowers because Jordan Mason was moving that ball for them and getting them in such great situations on offense. And I mean, Aaron Jones, that touchdown that he had, I mean, those running backs really helped them. Obviously, you have Justin Jefferson as well. But I mean, those guys are really moving the ball for him. But now moving on to it's going to be kind of a weekly thing we'll do now, is the biggest disappointment of week 1. We're all going to go around. I mean, if you guys have it in your head of who was your biggest disappointment, I will start off first. I'm going to say my biggest disappointment, and I'm sorry, Gavin, but my biggest disappointment was the Miami Dolphins this weekend. I'm sorry. You cannot let Daniel Jones.
Gavin's a Dolphins fan?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you cannot let Daniel Jones look the way he did. I mean, Daniel Jones, like in OJ, I just know OJ is just when he was on the Giants, it just was a Daniel Jones hater. But
bro, hard. I made one TikTok a week bashing Daniel Jones. You remember those days? Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Daniel Jones went 22 for 29, passing TD with 272 passing yards. That is abysmal. And they put up 33 with Daniel Jones under the helm.
Like that is Daniel Jones look like Justin Herbert.
Like, and it's so crazy because I saw a Twitter post like after this whole weekend ended, like this day, and he was like, this guy has like my current offensive player of the year, ... Daniel Jones. And I'm like, dude, like this is the world that we're living in. And it's just so like the Dolphins, man, have such a high caliber offense. I mean, you have Tua. I mean, that's like the problem is you have Tua, but you have Devon Achane, you have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. I mean, you have the pieces on offense to succeed, and you can't succeed, and that's the glaring problem for me, man. That was disappointing for me. But Gavin, who is your disappointing team of the week?
I mean, the Dolphins. I mean, not the Giants. The Colts. My bad. They were favored by only like 2 points or something. Everyone thought it was a trap, but man, you can't go down 30-0. I mean, Tua had 3 turnovers, 2 bad picks, and he fumbled it. Like, Daniel Jones did whatever he wanted on that defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was that 1 3rd down where we got off the field and then we hit the punter, so they got back on the field and they scored again. But he was doing whatever he wanted. He got whatever he wanted. He was running when he wanted to. Like, it was just a complete domination. I mean, we looked awful. Mike McDaniel will probably be out by week 8.
Mm-hmm.
The way it's looking.
Could be earlier, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, Broad, who do we have for your disappointment of the week?
I mean, obviously it's the Dolphins, but specifically, it's Tua. Tua looked so bad in that game because the offense looked terrible for letting Daniel Jones of all people score 33 points. But also, you have to feel somewhat sympathetic for the defense in the fact that Tua was playing so bad that the defensive guys couldn't even get any rest. It's like they're on the bench like this. Let's try to adjust. Shit, Tua threw a pick. Let's go. Where it's like they didn't even get any sort of a break on the bench. They're just like quickly back out there, and they were gassed by the 3rd quarter, so there was nothing that they could do.
Yeah, no, that's I mean, that's just the unfortunate part. I mean, it just sucks, and I feel bad for Dolphins fans, man, because it's like Tua's supposed to be great. I know OJ, you're a Bama guy, and it's just like it's bad. But OJ, who would you say is your disappointment of the week?
I mean, to be honest, you can't top the Dolphins, but for the sake of being different, I'm going to go another direction. I got to go with the Bears, man. Really more specifically Caleb Williams. And it's like, man, there was all this hype since he was in college. And it's like, okay, we give him a pass for last year. He was sacked, 68 times, which I think is like an NFL record or something.
I think Sam Howell has the record, I think.
Oh, Sam Howell. Okay, so Caleb's up there, though. I imagine he's probably top 5. But it was just really bad, man. But my thing with Caleb Williams is this. He seems to be scared to take chances, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like he plays either too aggressively or too conservative. It's weird, man. I just can't explain it, but it's like he needs to learn to take more shots down the field. In the second half of that game, I feel like JJ looked more like the seasoned quarterback than him, and he had a more control of the game and the defense, what they were doing. Whereas, Caleb, I don't know, man. And again, it's been 1 week, and obviously he was here last year, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, he's not the franchise quarterback, whatever. But it's not looking too good, man. So I was disappointed in the Bears.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, for those who know, I mean, I actively hate the Bears. I'm from Chicago, so I mean, I got to deal with all the fans every day of my life and work, and it's just like the delusion is there, man. It's like it's awful, but seeing them lose was like my Super Bowl. So that's how I am at the end of the day with the Bears. But now we'll be moving on to the WeSportin. We'll be doing the WeSportin pick'ems. Now this will be a weekly thing that we've been doing. Last week we did them. I don't know what our record was, but this week we're doing it again. But now we're doing the Thursday night football game this week. Also, Commanders and Packers. That is going to be here on the WeSportin podcast. We will be here for it. But starting off, like I said, Commanders, Packers. It's going to be our pick'ems. I'm going to roll with my Commanders, is obvious. I'm going to roll.
Is that game in Green Bay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Commanders. I'm just gonna give a little explanation. I think that Jaden Daniels on a primetime game, he just has such poise. I mean, the guy goes in there. I mean, he went into Cincinnati in his third game and he played phenomenal. Obviously, Cincinnati was a bad defense back then, but Jaden Daniels, when you need him to succeed in the NFL, when you have to, I mean, it's just you have to have him be clutch. Jaden Daniels delivers. And I think this is going to be another game that Jaden Daniels is going to deliver in. I love this team. I have a lot of respect for the Packers. I think the Packers are a great team. I think we'll find out if it was either Detroit was just really bad and the Green Bay was taking advantage of it, or if Green Bay is just that good and Detroit was just outmatched. That's what we'll find out on Thursday. But I'm going to roll with the Commanders this week, and that'll be my pick for him. So, Gavin, who are you picking? Commanders, Packers?
This one's tough. Like piggyback what you said. Like, I don't know if the Lions just looked really bad first game without the two coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, that Packers pass rush is legit. Gary and Parsons. I'd imagine Parsons plays more snaps than he did last week, but I just don't know if I mean, Jaden Daniels was one of the best quarterbacks under pressure last year. I mean, I expect him to thrive. It'll be interesting to see how Jordan Love plays, but since it's in Lambeau, I think I'm gonna lean the Packers here, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders win.
Yeah, OJ, who we feeling?
Yeah, I'm going Green Bay. That's why I asked you at the beginning, where is it at? Because I think it's a close game. By the way, just so everybody knows, I have the Packers going to the Super Bowl, and I have Jordan Love a top 3 MVP candidate, bro. I'm super high on the Packers this year, bro. I think this is the year that Jordan Love takes an epic leap. But and the reason I'm telling you guys this is it's gonna add some context to when I get here on the show, whether it's next week, whenever. And so you're gonna think that I'm a Packers homer, but just so you guys know, I'm really high on them this year. So I think the Packers got it. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders win.
Broad?
Yeah, Packers are favored by 3.5 in that game.
Yeah. Don't you get 3 points just by being at home? Like, so.
This is really tough.
Broad, you gonna roll with the NFC East, or you gonna go against us?
Yeah, look at this guy, man. Trying to butter him up with the NFC East.
Dude, it's tough because it's like.
Hey, Broad, just remember I picked the Eagles over the Cowboys, okay? Just remember.
Like the Packers pass rush was really good. Jaden Daniels, one of the better quarterbacks under pressure. What was he, 2-1 in primetime last year, or was?
Yeah, his only loss was to the Eagles in that Week 7 or 8 game.
Yeah, it was either 2-1 or 3-1. I couldn't remember. God, this is tough. Because like only putting up 21 points in the Giant, like the Week 1, whatever. No one really gauges how good a team is based on Week 1 anyway. God, this is tough. But
if it's tough, you should go with the Commanders because the Packers are at home. Honestly, if it's that close.
Fuck it, I'm going with the Commanders.
Oh, attaboy. Let's go. Let's go. All right, yeah, so it's going to be a split 2-2 here for us. But now we'll be moving on to as the Jacksonville Jaguars will be traveling to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. That's such a weird game.
It's such a weird game, bro.
Yeah,
so weird.
I'm gonna roll with the Bengals here. I think that just offensively, they just outmatch anybody who doesn't have a good defense. And I don't think the Jaguars have an insane defense to shut down Jamar. I know Jamar had a slow week last week, but he's going up against Denzel Ward, and that's one of the better DBs in the NFL. I'm gonna take the Bengals. I just think offensively they just outmatch them on any form of defense on them. And the Jags secondary is horrendous. And I mean the Bengals are at home again, or no, not home. This is their home opener. So I expect Jamar Chase to have a great game. So give me the Bengals.
I second literally everything you said. I second, bro. Everything. I don't even need to rehash it. Give me.
I mean, shout out the Bengals defense. They won them the game last week. I get it's the Browns, but I mean, Jamar Chase should have a great day. I mean, the Bengals couldn't establish the run on Sunday against the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
They should be able to get Joe Burrow in the groove. Yeah, they should win this game pretty easily.
Broad?
That's where I disagree. I don't think it's easily that they win. I think in the preseason, I would have told you definitively that the Bengals would have won this game. But it's like the Bengals always start off slow to begin the season, where it's like they lose, like last year with the Patriots. They lost the game that they shouldn't lose. So I'll be the contrarian in this case. And yes, they lost Tank Bigsby, whatever. I'm going to take the Jaguars in the upset.
Oh, wow. That's fair. That's fair. I will say though, this I think the first time in like decades the Bengals started off the season 1-0. I don't remember
No,
that.
they did when they went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, maybe this is a sign for Bengals fans.
Yeah,
Maybe
you beat the Vikings.
you might go to the Super Bowl. Now the next game that'll be also we'll be doing that game here on the WeSportin podcast as well. We'll be doing the Giants versus the Cowboys. There's another NFC matchup. The East matchup. This is just an ugly game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll with the Cowboys. The Giants didn't score a touchdown on Washington, and they had one red zone trip. This team is so unserious, and Malik Neighbors needs to find a way to change his name and get the hell out of New York. Give me the Cowboys, and the spread is only -5.5. That is generous. I would slam that. I would take
Yeah, take that spread, bro. Easily, bro. Man, the Cowboys are gonna blow them out. By the way, you mentioned Malik Neighbors, bro. He's starting to look like a little bit like Baby T.O., man. Like, do you see what happened on the sideline? He's not high-fiving his coach. He's cussing him out.
Give me the ball. God.
He's over Dable, bro. He's over him. And now Brian Dable is asking the ownership for permission for the rookie to start over Wilson. It's cooked, bro. It's cooked. Cowboys by at least 2 scores, bro.
Gavin, we rolling with the Giants?
Yeah. Probably Cowboys. I mean, the Giants are just horrid offensively. I mean, they struggle to move the ball. I mean, the defensive line's really good, but
Broad, are we rolling with the Cowboys as well?
As much as I hate saying that, yes.
I do want to note one thing before we move on, that the Commanders' run D last year was ranked 32nd in run defense.
At last, yeah.
If you go back and look at that game against the Giants and the Commanders, I don't know if we just got better or they're just that ass, but they literally could not run the ball.
I mean, Tyron Tracy is not like the best running back in the world.
They also were missing Andrew Thomas. So.
Yeah, but next game now we'll be going to is Bears versus the Lions, as the Bears will travel to Detroit at Ford Field at noon on Fox to face the Chicago Bears. I'm going to start this off, and I'm going to say it clearly. The Bears will go 0-2. The Lions are going to play mad and pissed off, and I just don't think that the Bears are just good enough to contain them. I think that we saw a slowed down offense last week, and I think that this is the game that gets it picked up for them. Give me Detroit.
Yeah, I'll take Detroit, bro. Again, 2-score game. I don't think it's close in this game at all. The same thing you said. I think they're going to have a lot of urgency, and they're going to get the Bears out of there.
Yeah, Gavin, Lions, Bears.
Yeah, I like the Lions here, but it'll be interesting. Ben Johnson goes back to Detroit, see what he'll do.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, unfortunately, that narrative is not going to do anything. The Bears will still find a way to lose.
Yeah,
probably.
Anything's better than what they did on Thanksgiving last year. Oh my God, what they did on
how that Thanksgiving game? Like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, how the hell are you not using your timeouts in that situation?
Matt Eber, idiot. That's what they call him here, Matt Eber.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the other word because it's just they call him.
We know.
Here, but next game we have the Rams versus the Titans. This game's hard because in my opinion, like the Rams were that Rams and Texans game was so weird for me to say who was better. I don't know. It's just
not that good.
Yeah, like the Rams won the game, but I think it's just because the Texans gave it to them.
They
literally won the game off of a peanut punch.
Yeah, I mean, I really kind of want to roll with the upset here because it's like, to me personally, it's like
really.
I think Cam Ward, because I think Cam Ward got sold. I think that the offensive line for the Titans is sustainable enough to be able to pass block and run block against that Rams D line, and that secondary for the Rams is still terrible. I don't care that Nico Collins got locked up. I could care less. I think Cam Ward will be the welcome to the league game for Cam Ward. Give me the Titans here. I'm gonna take the Titans. Give me Tennessee. Give me Tennessee.
Oh, go ahead, Gavin.
No, you go.
Okay, yeah. I'll take the Rams, man. Honestly, it's just this game to me. When I look, it's gonna come down to coaching and Matthew Stafford, bro. And I like Stafford over Cam, and I like McVay. Who's the Titans coach?
Callahan.
Brian or Bryce Callahan, the dude that was on the Bengals the year they went to the Super Bowl, the OC.
Oh yeah. It's just really a coaching thing. But I think again, the Rams, they don't have a crazy defense like in years past. but I think McVay is gonna really throw a lot of confusing looks to Cam Ward. I don't think he's gonna have a bad game, but give me the season QB in the season coach for that one.
All right, Gavin Braun.
I'll go. Oh man, the Titans defense looked really good last week, but I don't see the Rams dropping this game. Sean McVay is just gonna find a way to win. Matthew Stafford. I feel like the offense for the Titans is still gonna struggle. That pass rush for the Rams is really good. Secondary's iffy, but I mean the secondary looked good on Sunday, but yeah, I wouldn't be too shocked to the Titans win, but I don't see them winning this.
Braun?
Yeah, I gotta concur with Gavin here. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Titans won. I am gonna take the Rams, but this is, I mean, if you look back at that Texans game, they did not look that good. But also, when you look at the Rams coming up, they really need this game because they go to Philly next week to play the Eagles. So if they come in off a loss to the Titans, that's gonna be a really bad confidence.
Yeah, rematch of the NFC divisional round. Next we have, I think we're gonna kind of spitball through a couple of these. So
the Dolphins are favored in this game is laughable.
Yeah, we have the Patriots versus the Dolphins. I'm gonna take the Patriots here. There's not a lot.
What a yucky game. Yeah,
I'm gonna take the Pats here. Drake, I think this is a good game for Drake. Made a bounce back after kind of a really funky loss to the Raiders. Give me Drake, man, and the Patriots in this one.
Yeah,
this is I don't know, bro. This is the hardest one, believe it or not. Ego, like this is the hardest one for me so far. I'm gonna go with the Patriots by default, man. But because the Dolphins, I don't know what's going on with them, bro. So I'll take the Patriots by default. But this one could go either way to me.
Yeah. Gavin, you rolling with the
I don't know. Tua's like 6-0 against the Dolphins in his career, but man, we looked awful Sunday. The Patriots did lose to the Raiders, but I don't see us winning this game. I mean,
Braun,
move the ball.
As much as I hate saying this, because I don't like this team, I'm taking the New England Patriots to beat the Dolphins because they were at least in a dogfight with the Raiders. Drake May did not. Well, he wasn't that good. He also wasn't as bad as Tua.
Yeah. No, it's just it's an ugly game. Next game, this one will go fast because this one's just a stinker. The 49ers versus the Saints. Niners.
Niners. Like no need to elaborate.
I'm taking the Saints. No Kittle, no Purdy. The Jawan Jennings might be out of this game as well.
No Purdy's
out.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? I didn't know about that.
Expected to be out for like a week. If he doesn't play, I could see the Saints beating the.
I mean, that changes things, but the Saints will find a way to lose.
I'm going to take the Saints in the upset.
Yeah, wow. I agree. Oh, I agree with the Niners pick.
Okay. Next one, we'll spitball through here too. We'll have the Browns and Ravens. Baltimore.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Ravens.
The Ravens probably will kill them after what happened Sunday.
Like I don't want to use the Ravens in my survivor pool, but it's just like they're playing the Browns. Do I want to use the Ravens this early? Like it looks like I have to, but at the same time, I don't want to.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Another game too, Buffalo versus the Jets. I'm gonna take the Bills.
Bills.
Yeah, sadly. This one's gonna be a nice game though. Seahawks versus the Steelers. Nice little 12:00 game on Fox. Seattle they lost that game on themselves, man. Like they just really kind of just.
They're such a hard team to gauge, though.
Yeah,
I feel
like when they had
Brock Purdy didn't play that. But Brock Purdy played terrible,
bro. And the Niners missed 2 field goals. One was blocked, and then he missed a 25-yarder.
It's so awkward. Like this is such an awkward pick. I don't know.
It was like Sam Darnold was kind of playing good until the fumble.
Yeah. I think this is just one of those games where if we sit here and we just split even on picks or like if we're 3-1 or 1-3 or whatever on a pick, no one's going to look crazy on this. I'm going to take the Steelers just because like watching them put up 34 points on that Jets defense was pretty impressive. And Seattle just offensively Kenneth Walker couldn't do shit. And Zach Charbonnet was taking carries and it's like their whole team is just so reliant on JSN to get open. I mean, he had the highest target share last week of amongst all receivers. I'm gonna roll with the Steelers. It's just Seattle is such a ugly team, and they're just so ugly built, and it's so ugly. Give me the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers. You're right. This could go either way, but give me the better quarterback. Give me the better coach. Yeah.
Funny thing is, like, if you look back, like when the schedule was released back in May, I would have definitively said Seahawks because everyone was saying, "Oh, this Steelers offense is going to be terrible. We don't know how it's going to look," and it actually looked pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the Steelers in this. I'm going to take the Steelers.
I'm going to take the Steelers too.
Yeah. Now another great game. Now we have against in the 3:00 games. Now this will open up the CBS portion of it. We have the Broncos traveling down to the Daniel Jones led Indianapolis Colts.
The Peyton Manning Bowl, baby.
Is it crazy? Is it crazy to say that I could see the Colts starting off 2-0 just because Bo Nix did not look that good?
No, that's not crazy at all.
Bo Nix looks simple.
It's not crazy.
Bo Nix did,
but you got to look. The Titans' defense is elite.
It's elite, yeah, sure. But like when you have a coach like Sean Payton, I just feel like your year 2 should be better than your year 1. I think that Sean Payton has that mindset for a quarterback. This is such
a lot of Bo Nix's those were unforced errors too, bro. A lot of them. Like it was.
Here's the thing I'll say about this game. It's not crazy to pick the Colts, but also at the same time, the Broncos defense is significantly better than the Dolphins defense.
No, for sure. At the end of the day, it's like, do you take what Bo Nix did last week for granted, or do you look at it saying that, you know, if you do a certain thing against Bo Nix, it slows him down? Like that's kind of what my thing is, and I think that's kind of what happened in that Titans game is that the Titans did something to Bo Nix that Bo Nix was just not visually seeing, and he was struggling openly. He was, I think, the worst quarterback last week just on PFF alone. I'm gonna ride with the Colts, man. I'm gonna take the Colts here in this one, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Broncos win.
Where's that game?
Indianapolis.
Oh, I'm taking the Colts. And if it was in Denver, I would have taken that. But yeah, I watched most of that game, and Bo Nix. Yeah, give me the Colts, man. The resurgence of Daniel Jones, I'm here for it, man.
Yeah, now OJ's hopping on the train for him now.
And then the minute he messes up, I'm gonna go right back to I told you so. Like,
I gotta ride with the fact that Denver's defense is significantly better than the Dolphins defense. They're gonna be pissed off that they only beat the Titans by 8. So give me the Broncos.
Mm-hmm. I'm going Colts.
Yeah, Gavin's scarred for life. Anytime he sees Daniel Jones, he's picking Daniel Jones.
I mean,
yeah. No, I get it, dude. I get it. Now, this next game, I am shocked about what the spread is.
Who cares? Bryce didn't look that good. Kyler Murray didn't look that good.
You really are you're gonna write off the Panthers that easily? Like, I don't know.
I'm saying who cares in that game because neither quarterback looked good in week 1. Who cares?
That's true. I'm really high on the Cardinals this season. Like OJ was saying earlier about how he was with the Packers. I'm really high on the Cardinals this season to succeed. I think that if the time for Marvin Harrison and Kyler Murray to just have that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase kind of like electricity to them and that duo, like dynamic duo to them, I think this is a great year for him with second year Marv, who didn't have a great year. I think a lot of people underrate that Cardinals offense just because it doesn't look so flashy. But I also think that I just think last week was just a really bad game, but it just also for the Panthers, man, like it's just been a recent years. It takes them so long to click and it takes them so long to hit that stride. And we saw that last year with Bryce Young. We saw that the year before with whoever the hell they had. I'm not a fan. I like these two teams a lot, but if we're just going to go off of who the better team is, it's the Cardinals. But -6.5 is crazy. But I'm going to take the Cardinals for this game.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Redbirds as well.
Gavin?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cardinals, but this game got a little bit of upset alert to it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bro.
Yeah, no,
I'm taking the Birds.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cardinals as well.
But now they kind of struggled with the Saints last week, so it kind of worries me. But the Panthers they couldn't move the ball in the Jags. I'll probably lean Arizona here.
People tend to forget though. After the trade deadline, the New Orleans Saints. This is a stat that after the deadline, the New Orleans Saints were a top 5 defense to end the season. So that could have played a factor. So, I mean, just saying. But now it pisses me off that this is not the Sunday night football game. I
Most of us would concur.
Whoever schedules these damn NFL games needs to get fired. The Philadelphia Eagles are traveling down to Arrowhead to face the Kansas City Chiefs in a Super Bowl rematch, and that is a 3:25 game. That is disgusting.
Yes.
Number one.
Fox, nobody cares that the Super Bowl was on Fox last year. This should be a Sunday night game. Just like I'm pissed off next week that the Eagles-Rams game is not a 4:25 game. It's at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, dude, it's sad, dude. It's sad. But anyway, going into the game, obviously Philadelphia and Dallas. I think that rain delay really slowed down both of the teams, and that's why really just nobody scored in the second half. But in that game, before that even happened, Dallas had no answer for the Eagles. And Kansas City, my God, Quentin Johnston went off on you. Like, I don't know how that doesn't just piss you off mentally. That Quentin Johnston, with one of the higher drop rates in the NFL, torched you. A lot of people are going to sit here and say, oh, well, the Chiefs are going to play mad. Dude, I think the Chiefs could get stomped in this game, and it's sad. I'm not high on them. I think they looked ugly in Brazil. I don't know. Yeah, this is their home opener, and I'm a Commanders fan, dude. It's just so hard. I just also don't want to just look dumb either. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm going to put hatred aside for once in my life. I'm going to roll with the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game against the Chiefs, but I would love the Chiefs to win. But after that game in Brazil, I don't know if I could take the Chiefs.
The Eagles are going to win by at least like 14 points. And matter of fact, I'm going to say that straight up. I think they blow the Chiefs out of there, bro. And Monday morning is going to be, oh, the Chiefs are done. That's all it's going to be. That's what I think, bro. I think they smoke the Chiefs, bro.
Now, I know Gavin was really high on the Chiefs, saying that Patrick Mahomes was going to
Well, I was high on Patrick. I thought Patrick Mahomes was going to have another
And I think A.J. Brown has a big game as well.
I wasn't high, but Chiefs are missing their best two wide receivers. This one could get ugly, but Patrick Mahomes is one of the best players in the sport. I feel like he'll keep it close. Eagles won by like 7.
I mean,
by the way, real quick, guys, was there any news on what's his name, the DT?
So I was just about to bring that up. So obviously, I am going to take the Philadelphia
Carter,
because Jalen Carter will not be suspended for this game. He was fined $57,222 because the NFL, they talked to the Eagles and they believed because he was ejected before there was even really a snap in that game, that him being ejected so early technically counted as a 1-game suspension. So he only got the fine. So, I mean, Jalen Carter being back is really going to help the run defense. It's going to help the pass rush, even bringing in Zadarius Smith to help with that pass rush as well. I mean, I expect AJ and Smitty to be more involved in the offense this week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look back at that game. They weren't really a factor in that game. That game was solely because of the way that Jalen Hurts played. He had a really good game on Thursday night. He didn't really have a lot of mistakes, minus like the sack. He was using his legs to extend drives, extend plays. Obviously, I'm taking the Eagles, especially with Worthy out with the dislocated shoulder. Rashee Rice is going to be suspended. So who does Mahomes have to throw the ball to?
Noah Gray.
Hollywood.
Well, he still has Travis Swift, so I mean, we'll make use of that.
Oh my God. But yeah, no, I mean, we will be waking up on Monday morning probably to Patrick Mahomes should retire ? I don't know. We're gonna see some bullshit like that on Monday.
Also at the same time, like, it should be a Sunday night football game, but we can all be relieved that we don't have to hear the glazing from Chris Collinsworth. Patrick Mahomes, now here's the guy who can do everything for you. Like, Chris, shut up.
Is that a Trump glazer or Chris Collinsworth? You confused me.
That's Collinsworth.
Oh, okay.
Now going on now to the final game of this Sunday night slate is at 7:20 as we have the Atlanta Falcons going up against the Minnesota Vikings. I said the Sunday night slate. Not the
Sunday. Okay, I got excited. I'm like, yeah, I know that game's on Monday, but
JJ McCarthy versus Michael Penix is the better matchup to have on Sunday Night Football than the Super Bowl rematch.
So I'm looking at this game right here, man, and I'm like, my first initial thoughts is like, it's just like,
hey, the rematch from the 2024 National Championship.
Oh, that's right. That is true.
Yeah.
See how we all like. You see how we all like. We're like, oh, that is right. Oh, we no one remembers that, unfortunately. Man, I think the Falcons lost in a really ugly way, man. Younghoe Koo freaking muffin the kick, man. I know our boy Jason is probably just already sick to his stomach already, OJ, about it. But
Yep.
at the end of the day, though, it's I want to take Atlanta here. I just think Michael Penix honestly just got sold at the end of that, and it's like, he got sold. I do think Michael Penix is the better quarterback, though. I do believe Michael Penix is better.
For sure.
Yeah, and they addressed, and Gavin mentioned in episode 1, they addressed their big needs in the offseason with drafting the 2 pass rushers. And obviously they were not crazy pass rushers, but it addresses and it gets youth in there from what they had last year. I like Bijan Robinson. I love this team. I love how they're just, built. I think Raheem Morris is a shit coach. I think if they had anybody else in that system coaching for them, the Falcons would be I'd take them more seriously. But until then, no. Vikings had a great game too, a comeback win. I just don't think that'll replicate because I do think the Falcons defense is better and healthier. So give me the Falcons to pull this one out on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, I think the Falcons will win, and I think they win pretty comfortably. I think the most, obviously, I saw like the whole entire game, but the most impressive thing I saw out of Michael Penix was his ability to evade the rush. I think we got to him like 2 times, but bro, every time we got close, he always made the right decision, bro. And his ability to make like high pressure decisions was very impressive. That's one of my biggest takeaway for Michael Penix, and I think Bijan's gonna have another good game. And if you're the Falcons, bro, like Bijan should not be splitting carry 50-50 with Algier, bro. It really should be closer to like probably like 60-40, but that's neither here. Hopefully Bijan gets certainly the lion's share of carries, but yeah, I think the Falcons, they're the better team. They have the better quarterback, and I think their offense is really gonna catch fire against the Vikings.
Gavin, Rod?
As we saw, J.J. McCarthy struggled for 3 quarters. I really like the Falcons' defense. They'll probably get Darnell Mooney back this week, right? I'd assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that'll give them a boost for another weapon. Kyle Pitts looked good. I mean, they got to use Bijan more though.
Yeah, no, it's sad that Bijan does just.
I mean, I feel like the Bucks kind of slowed them down though. Like after that big play by Bijan, and was that the first drive?
Yeah, that was the very first drive. Yeah. Atlanta's first drive on offense.
Yeah, like after that, I feel like they took like a big decline offensively. They weren't really scoring, and then the last drive before the Buka touchdown, Michael Penix ran it in. But I feel like this is going to be a defensive battle, and then at the end, Michael Penix is just going to show why he's an elite quarterback in this league and win them the game.
Or as OJ said on his TikTok, he said Ibuka. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
Dude, I was laughing about it. I saw your comment section. Someone said, bro said Ibuka. It was full broad. Who are we taking here? Falcons, Vikings.
I didn't expect all of us to all 4 of us to take Atlanta, but yeah, I'm taking the Falcons. Like on paper, the Vikings have the better defense, but the Falcons have the better quarterback. I think they're going to play pissed off from the way that they finished that game because they were toe-to-toe with Tampa. They did control majority of it, and then obviously that pass to Ibuka to be down was unfortunate, and then they got a lifeline in McLaughlin missing that PAT to send it to OT, and then Younghoe Koo.
Yeah. I'm
pretty sure the Falcons brought in a kicker to like compete for Koo's job.
Eddie Pinheiro went to the Niners, didn't he?
Yeah, but they
guys don't forget. To be fair, I think Younghoe Koo's getting a lot of flack. But if you guys remember the previous possession, the Bucks mixed an extra point. That would have put us at about 4.
That's what I just said. Like,
yeah,
the Falcons are going to be pissed off that they literally got a lifeline where they didn't have to go score a TD for Younghoe Koo to do that shit.
Yeah.
Now moving on to the Monday night games, which is September 15th. We start up at 6 o'clock. OJ's Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be traveling to Houston to play the Houston Texans. It's sad to say that I'm not impressed with Houston. I wasn't impressed. I think that Rams game, you had every opportunity to go and win that game. On the final drive, you had every opportunity to win that game, and you folded under the pressure. That dude fumbled. I'm not even going to pronounce his name, but I'm just going to say,
Wale.
Yeah, Ngumbawale is sold them the game. It was super disappointing. Their defense is good, but like offensively, their running back is Nick Chubb in 2025. That's just not sitting well in my system for me. Your offensive line is made up of I couldn't name one person on the offensive line for the Texans. And it's just sad how that team was once.
I think they have Lake and Tomlinson on that line. I could be mistaken.
Furthermore, proving the point on why they're not good at all whatsoever, and they have nobody on the offensive line. It's sad that they were once a Super Bowl contender into now falling off a damn cliff. Give me the Buccaneers. Ibuka is going to fry whoever. Give me the Buccaneers by at least 10.
So you mentioned that you were disappointed with the Texans. Me, I'll get even more specific, bro. Like CJ Stroud just
he did
not look comfortable. Forget all the mistakes he didn't, bro. I'm looking at his eyes, bro. The dude did not look comfortable at all, bro. Like he moves like he was a rookie. And to me, it's like a continuation of the sophomore slump. And again, I know it's week 1, but bro, I'm looking back at last year and just I don't know what's going on with. But it doesn't help that he doesn't have his he does have Nico, so I'm bugging. I think he's missing someone else. But yeah, I think they have a good defense. But the Bucs offense honestly wasn't even crazy. I think we're going to be better this week. I think Mike Evans is going to be more of a focal point of the passing attack, which he wasn't so much this past week. And yeah, man, I think we won the game. So I mean, it might be closer than I want it to be. But yeah, I think we pull out with that victory.
Houston is favored by -2.5 this game. Houston is favored.
I could see that.
Houston has so many question marks offensively. I mean, who's going to be that guy to help Nico Collins, like receiving wise?
Jaden Higgins or
I mean, it could be one of those.
I don't know well, but
or maybe like a Dalton Schwartz. Man, they have so many question marks.
And trading John Mechie, it just genuinely pissed me off.
I just don't. Unless Baker Mayfield just has a stinker, which I don't think happens, I don't see it with the Texans win this game.
I don't see the Texans.
Like I don't see it.
And the Bucs have a pretty good run defense as well. So I'm not even worried about their running game.
I'm taking
and Mixon's out, so it's the Chubb. So
you have Nick Chubb and Dameon Pierce, also known as the 1-2 one-hit wonder season.
Oh, I think it's Woody Mark.
Woody who?
He played at USC last year.
But I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But what we were talking about with the Texans' offensive line, you were like, "Oh, Laken Tomlinson." Well, to quote the broadcast boys, who?
Yeah, I mean, I know Laken Tomlinson from the 49ers and the Jets. I know him from that. But it's like, dude, if that is your best offensive lineman, I still can't believe to this day that the Commanders traded for Laramie Tunsil for a damn 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick for arguably a top 3 left tackle in the NFL.
That was nuts, bro.
Essentially, it was for a mini bag of Doritos and like a 12-ounce Gatorade.
Yeah, it's just I think we're all going to take a clean sweep here.
Yeah.
And then the last game, which this also pisses me off, is why is there a game at 9 p.m.? But it's also in Las Vegas.
10 p.m. EST. That's gonna end at like 1 something.
And that's like 2 o'clock fucking Pacific time. So I mean, who knows?
No, like EST, not
10 p.m.
Pacific.
EST.
So yeah, the Chargers will be going to Allegiant Stadium to take on the Las Vegas Raiders, and I really like this game a lot. When I saw this game on the schedule and after week 1, I was like, wow, dude, this game could potentially get overlooked as a great game on Monday night. Chargers looked really good. They really contained Patrick Mahomes. That's one thing I will not overlook, obviously. But the Raiders, man, I know Brock Bowers may be out for this game. If he is out for this game, I'm gonna take the Chargers. But dude,
that's huge if he's out. Yeah,
but I mean, dude, if they get Brock Bowers for this game, I really like the Raiders. I said a couple weeks ago that I think that the Raiders, if their defense can play average and they could use Genty how the Jaguars were using Leonard Fournette the year that they went to the AFC title game, I like the success rate.
Rookie year.
Yeah, I like the success rate. I mean, Ashton Genty has to have that high of a ceiling, that high of a view for how high he was picked. And that is how I'm viewing him, because I think Genty's a dog. Even though he struggled against the Patriots, I'm not gonna overreact to that. Like, that's not my overreaction. If Bowers is healthy, give me Vegas by like 2. If he's not healthy at all, give me the Chargers by the same amount.
So the game plan coming into the Raiders and Patriots was Vrabel basically said, "You guys, like Janty, you're not gonna run on us," and so he kept stacking the box the whole game, which Geno Smith took advantage of that, bro. By the way that the Raiders use their two tight end set, very impressive, bro. Reminds me of Belichick from back in the day with Hernandez and Gronk. But with Bowers possibly out, or if he does play, I'm assuming he won't be fully healthy. I gotta go with the Chargers, man, because to me, Harbaugh, he's a even better defensive mind. The Chargers defense is good, and I think he's gonna take Gentry away, or at least kind of make him struggle a little bit in the running game. And so for those reasons, I like the Chargers. But man, I think either way it's gonna be a close game, man. And again, it's a divisional game as well. The Raiders at home, so I could see both sides. But I'm going with the Chargers, man. Like Justin Herbert and the swag that he came out with in the Chargers team. I don't know. They just look like a different team. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but their energy just looked very different in week one. So I think I'm going to keep riding on them. So pause.
For sure. Gavin?
I think I'm going to lean the Chargers here, but that could change. I mean, I'm expecting a better game from Marion Hampton. It felt like he struggled in his first game against the Chiefs. But, I mean, this game's just so 50-50, though. If Brock Bowers...
Oh, snap. Sorry, bro, your cat just... I'm like, what? First, I'm like, is that your hair moving? That threw me off. I'm like, what the hell? I just see the tail. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
But if Brock Bowers is out, that's I mean, who are they going to throw the ball to? Jacoby Myers? But
I think Jacoby Myers is elite, buddy. In his eyes, he's elite. So,
right. I mean,
just saying.
Yeah, but if Brock doesn't play, man, Chargers looked really good.
Yeah,
the Chiefs may just be bad, but.
Broad Sports, your final pick of the week. What are we feeling?
This is probably like the third or fourth time that I've said this on this show. Back in May, I would have just immediately said that the Chargers would win this game, but then it's after week one. It's like, damn, this game really is interesting.
It is.
Because, OJ can attest to this because we're in a group chat with like Brandon and all of them where we constantly love to shit on Geno Smith, and Geno Smith did not play that bad against the Patriots. Where it's just like
this game is so intriguing, bro. They put it at 9:00 on Central Time, 10:00 Eastern, so nobody could.
Yeah. It's like I kind of want to do like what you said, Nico, where it's like if Brock Bowers doesn't play, I'm gonna lean with the Chargers, but then at the same time, even if he's like say 20%, just because it's at home, I could also see the Raiders winning this game.
Yeah, well, because the Charger fans really do show out. I mean, let me tell you,
they travel well.
They take over every stadium they go into. And ironically, when they play other people at their stadium gets taken over by everybody else.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, well, that'll be our picks for the week. I appreciate everyone's time. I know this was a little bit of a longer episode today, but I appreciate everyone coming on. I'm excited for week 2. Week 2 football will be great. Sucks my Commanders don't play on Sunday. They play on Thursday, and then my whole weekend's pretty much cooked and boring. But, I'm excited just football is back. Like we said in the first episode, I appreciate OJ for his time. I'll leave the links to all of his stuff down below in the description below. I appreciate Gavin and Brock for coming on, and we will be back next week. Thank you guys, and have a great night.